Hi friends, I have this big task in front of me. I have about 4 to 5 containers like this full of eyeshadow palettes, and it is time to purge. I have been doing my entire makeup collection. I did show a video on concealers and foundations. If you're interested in those, I'll make sure I link those below so you can see those. My name is Melissa. I'm 56 years old and I've been on YouTube for 9 years as a beauty content creator. If you're new here, we would love to I would love to have you here, and subscribe if you wouldn't mind. And if you all do enjoy this kind of video, please give it a thumbs up. That really does help my channel get the video populated out there a little bit more. I usually always get someone asking me what I have on for a shirt and earrings and all of that good stuff. So if you're interested, I always do link that down below. Right here on the screen goes up a number. We're gonna go 1 through however many palettes we get through today. I'll hold up a palette, tell you if I like it and if I'm going to keep it. And if I can link it, I will make sure I do. That number will come across the screen. Now this basket right here is full of palettes that you can no longer get. And so these are ones that I'm going to be decluttering right off the bat. I don't even have to think about. So let's get the spectacles and let's go. Pat McGrath Labs. This is the Bijou Brilliance eyeshadow palette. Lunar Nightshade. This is a beautiful palette. I did like it very much, but in it there were 4 shimmers and only 1 matte. This is a very hard palette to make anything out of if you don't use shimmers constantly. It is going because you can't get it anymore. The Natasha Denona Mini Love palette, you can't get that one anymore either. I wasn't that crazy about it. Almost all of her palettes just pull way too warm. This is the Colourpop Jingle On eyeshadow palette. This is one of their holiday palettes. And again, you guys can't get it, so I usually don't show it on camera, so I declutter it. Another thing is that always when I'm decluttering, I let you know that I do donate to local high schools, drama clubs, and it just works out really good, and they're very appreciative. You can't take used makeup usually to a women's shelter where I'm at, so it works out really good. This one is called Party Crasher from Morphe, and I'll be real truthful with you. I did not use this one. I bought it. It got stuck in the bottom of my drawer and just forgotten about. So I'll just pass that along since it can't be used on camera. Okay, the next one is Making Mauves. This one you can't get anymore either. But one of the reasons that I'm glad to actually get rid of this one is it's a super warm palette, even though it doesn't look like it on camera. It is very warm. Frosty the Snowman from Colourpop. Can't get that one anymore either. And these are just a lot of icy shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the 15 are mattes, and all the rest are super duper. Oh, I lied. It was 7 out of the 15. So about half were mattes and half were shimmers. This one I loved when I had it, but you can't get it anymore, and it's called A Princess Thing. I liked it at first, but as I'm getting older and I'm just not that into these warm colors, and Colourpop just does that so much. So that's a pretty palette, but can't get it anymore. Fairy Well from Colourpop. This came out around the same time. It's amazing how close this one is to that one that I just showed you. Yeah, so this one you can't get, and again, we've got a lot of warm colors in there. Petals on Point. This is a pretty fairly neutral palette. It's got a few warms in here, like this brown is fairly warm. This was really nice. I use this quite a bit, but it can't be shown on camera anymore, and I have tons of palettes, so not going to worry about that one. And I don't know if you all knew that the Tartelette palettes were going away, and I bought a few new ones when they were doing that, but I'm going to declutter this matte palette from them, the Amazonian Clay matte palette. I know this has been a lot of people's, they love this. I actually am going to give this to my daughter. She was asking for it, so I'm going to give that to her. And then there is the Tartelette Energy one. This one I did buy at the same time, and it's just too warm anyway. And again, it was discontinued, so it's gone. And then Flower Beauty has these light palettes, L-I-G-H-T palettes, and they are, I guess Flower Beauty is fading away. I don't know, but these were fun. But as I get older, I don't use these kinds of metallics anymore. So I am going to definitely be decluttering them. And even when I went to look on the website, their own website. These are no longer there at all. This one you can still get, but I did put it over here. This is from Ofra. This is the mini mix palette. I'm going to declutter it. This had too many warms in it for me as well. So even the blush was very warm. That's a face palette. And then all of the Sephora Gems palettes, these were being discontinued. Now that they had that Sephora spring sale, these I'm sure were all sold out because there was only 2 colors left on there. And then this one is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Smoky Eyes Are Forever palette. I tell you, I was not at all impressed with this palette, and I felt like I couldn't make looks. I felt like it was just too hard to work with. It was a little bit patchy. I kept it for a long time just to compare Charlotte Tilbury's eyeshadows to others I had, but I really didn't even do that. And a couple of these shimmers, they fell right out. So the fact that it's been discontinued is just fine with me. There are 3 palettes right here from different companies that I am going to keep. This one is Colourpop's Glow Getter. I really like that one. Colourpop also had the Lust for Dusk. I really liked working with this one. It did have warm and cool in there. It was interesting how they worked together, and they just didn't look super warm on me. So I'm going to keep that one. Glow Getter. This to me had one of the best color stories I'd seen in a long time. I probably would never wear that gold yellow, but that's okay because I love this peach right here. I'm telling you, if you ever get into a situation where you feel like, oh, I blew it on my eyeshadow today, it looks terrible, go find a peach in your collection and just lightly sweep that onto your transition area. It's going to bring that look back to life, and you can do some touch-ups as you want to. Tartelette in Bloom. Here's another one I'm going to keep that's discontinued, but I really liked the color story on this. It's a bit warm. I may end up decluttering this eventually, but there's a couple of colors in here that I just thought were so pretty, and they worked really well. Like this one right here, that's a shimmer. It looks really good. So I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to keep going and working with it. This one right here, it's called Delanci Gray Smoky 16 Colors Eyeshadow Palette. This is a cool eyeshadow lover's dream. If you are a cool baby and you want a really nice, cool eyeshadow palette, this is it. This has some of the prettiest grays, and I'm telling you, that formula is really soft and very workable, and it also has some really nice shimmers in there. Just very, very nice shimmers. And they're not like bam in your face shimmers. They're like build up as you want to shimmers. So really thought those were very beautiful. The next one is this Natasha Denona Hyper Natural Face Palette. I worked with this twice, and the colors were so warm that I can't. I have to pass it along. So this one is going to be decluttered for sure. This one is the mini Natasha Denona My Dream palette, and this one has 2 of the very prettiest colors that are the shimmers in here, and they're not a shimmer that feels like it's, you know, I got a ton of white on my eyelids or anything like that. Very neutral. This one is a very warm brown, but the rest of them are quite neutral. So this one, if you were wanting to try Natasha Denona, maybe look into getting something like that, a little mini like that. These are my e.l.f. palettes. We could talk all day about these little minis, but they are a 4-pan palette. These are some of the best quality shadows for drugstore or even high-end that I've ever seen. This one is the rose water one, so it just has that little, you know, pulling towards mauve and rose in it. Very pretty. This one is the cream and sugar. This is the cream and sugar one. This one is a little bit warm for me, but I can tell you right now that I absolutely adore the one that is that light one. So just for the $3 that this was, I'm going to go ahead and keep it just for that one. This one is called I Love a Latte. This is all matte. And oh, I Love You a Latte. And this is all matte. This is too warm. I wanted to love it, but you know, it has to go when it's very, very warm. And then this one right here is Acia. Yeah, I can never say it. I always want to call it Acia, but it's not that. This is a beautiful blue purple palette. It's just very pretty. And this blue right here, even though it looks like boom blue, it's really pretty as an eyeliner or, you know, outer corner just pretty. I love working with that one. And then this is another one that I'm not going to get rid of that you can't get anymore. The original formula of the Petite palette from Wet n Wild, the 4 pans. Now they have the 5 pan version, and I just didn't feel like it was as good as this one. I'm not getting rid of it because this 4 combination right here makes the perfect, the perfect eyeshadow look. So pretty. Catrice has these Pure Nude and Electric Rose palettes. They are, let's see, 8 shadows. I do like them. However, they are very, very warm. I swear I have to start my own makeup company, and my whole slogan will be, you're cool if you're cool. These are just, they're way too warm. This one is the Electric Rose, and again, just on that really, really warm side. And these are beautiful. So if you do like warm shadows, these are actually a great, great formula for you. And they're very affordable. Here are the 3 Revolution Beauty palettes. This one is called Eternal Icon. These are some of the best on the market by far. So these are 2 over here that are cream shadows, and then you have all of these across here that are just regular powder shadows. This one I really, ooh, that pan's about to pop out, not good. This one I really do love these greens, but even the greens in here are super warm, and I want to love it, but I'm telling you, sometimes you just get these. Oh, by the way, these do have different formulas like toppers and just straight up, you know, that sparkle in them. Yeah, these are pretty, but at the same time, I think, you know, if it's that warm and I haven't reached for it that much, it probably should go. So I'm going to declutter that one. Here's another one of those, and this is the Enchanted Icon. I'm not going to declutter this one because I love some of these shimmers in here, but there is some neutral and some rose in here. I don't normally wear pink, but that's got a really beautiful duochrome purple shift in it. So this is a pretty palette, and I probably will keep this and work with this one for a while, as I will this one that is called Smoky Icon. Those shadows that are that marbleized look where there's a bunch of different colors in there that mix together, they're so pretty. And I wouldn't expect that to be that dark, but very nice palette. And I'm going to definitely keep this one and keep working with it. Okay, Viseart, one of my very favorite of all time palette formulas. I'm not getting rid of any of these. They're so beautiful. If you've never had a Viseart palette, sign up for their website newsletter or to get text messages, because when they have a sale, grab it, or grab it if you just want to grab it. But they have gorgeous, gorgeous eyeshadows. These to me are one of the best on the market, hands down. This next one is the Petite Cool Mattes Original, and that one is just so fun for me to work with. I love, love, love these cool tones. And then this one is the Petite Mattes Cool. This one is again another matte. This one is the Violette, and this one I did not see on anything. I hope this one is not discontinued. This one is newer to me. As you can see, all these right here, there's like one warmer one, but all of these are beautiful purples. And I'm here to tell you, sometimes when you're working with a purple, it can be hard to nail, but they nailed it. Beautiful saturation, beautifully blendable, beautiful purples. So that's one that I just really like that one. And then this one is the Violette Vespertine. I don't know if that's how you say it or not. This one is much more muted on the violet tones, but it is a beautiful one if you like neutrals, but you want to introduce just that little bit of color into your eye. So this is gorgeous. From Essence, I've talked about these little 6-pan palettes. They have the nicer case. I think they have a mirror in there. I still can't believe that these are what, like only $4. I think they are, something like that. This definitely to me they're a high-end formula. I love them. I love this one in the Taupe It Up. That on your lid, because it's subtle. It's just so pretty. These are the 3 that I kept. I kept the Mauve It Up, that's taupe, and the Dancing Green. Taupe It Up, not that's taupe, and the Dancing Green. Now, this does have some warmer tones in it, but I absolutely love, there's 2 greens in here and then the matte green, and wow, they are just something else. They're really special. I keep dropping palettes, and that's not a good thing, but These are really special and I think that you will love them. Oh, here's another palette that you can't get anymore, but I'm not going to declutter it because I love this formula. And this is, you know, the mixture of the cool and the warm. This is from Lawless, and this is the Dreamy Dozen. The Dirty Dozen. Let's just rename the palette for the company. Gorgeous. Again, I'm really into these taupey shimmer colors, because what happens is they just sit on your lid without bringing so much attention that there's white on your lid or there's too bright on your lid. Really, really pretty. Wet n Wild, I got this one a while ago and there's just too many warms in it again. This is a pretty good formula though, and this one is a 5-pan palette and it's called Walking on Eggshells. And if you have not seen these yet, they're really good. And you might want to pick up a color story that you like. But that one's going to get decluttered because it just was much too warm. This one has a lot of warm in it too, but I worked with it and I did like it. This is their 10-pan palettes, and this one is called Nude Awakening. But I work with it and get some really pretty looks in here because it has enough, even if you just tried to do that little smoky black there and use it very sparingly, you definitely can get some pretty looks out of this. So I'm gonna keep that one for a while. Oh my goodness, I'm not doing very well, am I? So this is the After Hours palette from Colourpop. I love this one. You can still get it. This has a lot of shimmer toppers. Some of these do have glitter in them. Some of them are just shimmer. It has some beautiful mattes in here as well. So I like this one. I need to work with it more. These palettes, again, off of Amazon, they're from Lamore Attraction. This one's the Attraction palette. Now, these are a really good substitution for the Natasha Denona ones, and they have some really great formulas in here as well. I think that their shimmers are every bit as good as hers. And if you really have been wanting this particular one, I can't remember what it's a good substitute for. I'll flash it across the screen. Then we have this one that is called the Lamore Nude Eyeshadow Palette. This one is very much like the Natasha Denona. I need a nude. So if you've really been wanting that one, this one might be a good one for you as well. All right, the next ones, I think I can run through them fairly quickly. The Persona Identity palette, I am absolutely keeping 100%. I love this palette. I love working with it. These shadows are absolutely extraordinary. This color story is extraordinary. There's like a mossy green color right there that works so well. It's got gold and green in it. It is really pretty. So this is one of the most beautiful color stories I've ever seen. And then they have the Identity 2 palette from Persona, and this one has bright colors in it. But the quality of these palettes are so good that even if it had half of them, I'm not gonna just go out and get rid of them. This is the Makeup by Mario, the Neutral Matte palette, Matte Neutrals palette. I'll be honest, I haven't worked with this a whole lot. I think that he does a really good job with his formula, but even though it says the neutrals, I don't feel like this is super neutral. One thing about this palette is that you don't have to worry about there being so much pigment that you're going to destroy your eyes with dark instantly. You probably know what I'm talking about if you love to do eyeshadow. Definitely am going to keep that one. I also have this one from Colourpop. And even though I'm the purple person, I love purple, I'm probably going to declutter this one because I don't reach for this much vibrancy anymore. So I'm gonna declutter that one. There is some gorgeous 9-pan palettes from Colourpop that I'm going to run through fairly quickly with you. Going Coconuts, this is one of their most viral ones. This one is a brand new one because I used up another one. I really like this one. Very easy to work with. You have probably 3 or 4 looks that you can get out of here. And if you're more creative than I am, then you can probably get more. Colourpop has one of the best shadow formulas on the market as well. So yeah, I do like that one a lot. This one is called Lavish. And this one, I'm on the fence about this one. They did a really good job on these mattes, but they are a very, very bright blue shadow. And I don't wear a lot like that. I wear a blue shimmer sometimes on my liner. You know what? I just talked myself out of it. I won't touch this. I barely touched it anyway. So I'm going to declutter that one. All Amethyst. I can't remember if, oh, I must have liked it because it looks like it's been worn a little bit better than all the other ones. I actually do remember now, I really like some of these. Some of these that have the pinpoint glitter in them, but they're not completely shimmer. Those are really nice to wear across your lid. So yeah, this one I'm gonna keep this one because I remember how much I liked it. And I remember how much I liked that they did have some very, very cool tone purples. You know, when you think of purple, you usually think cool tone. It's not easy to get a cool tone purple and make it work, but they did a good job on this one. The next one is called So Elemental. This one, again, I haven't touched this one very much, but I keep holding on to it. It does have some of the prettiest shadow colors in it. I just need to work with this more. Really, that's what it boils down to. I just need to get in here and get in my collection, figure out what I have, and really work with them. And then the Of Quartz, I'm going to keep this one. This one is one of my favorites as well. Beautiful neutral tone palette. It does have a couple of really warmer ones in there, and then one topper that's quite warm. But again, their formula, fantastic, beautiful. This one is a beautiful army green color. That is a little bit of shimmer in there. Has a little bit of shift of gold. So if you're somebody that kind of really likes those colors, this is a good one. And then I have the other one that is called That's Taupe. Now this is a neutral leaning warm, but I do like, again, I like the color story in here. It does have one very cool brown over there. I don't know. I look at them and I think, oh, I don't know if I'm going to keep that or not. But then I swatch them. I'm like, there are some beautiful colors in there. What I need to do is just have these more accessible. I've got to figure out a way to store these and have them more accessible. Pretty Please palette from Colourpop. Love this one. I love its color story. If you're somebody that does like to wear different colors, this will make a beautiful like rose or muted purple on your eye, muted rose on your eye. They were getting into toppers at this point too. So you have colors that can go on top of the mattes and really make those mattes pop. So Pretty Please. This one is the 1111. I just opened this. I saw the color story. I remember keeping it to want to, you know, swatch it, but it's like brand new. I don't think I've even put my finger into any of these. I'm gonna give this away to one of my daughters or her friends. Cloud9. I did do a tutorial on this one, and I love this color story. This is a beautiful color story. And I do actually love all of those shimmers in there. I like working with darker shimmers. Some people don't, but the mattes in here are definitely more cool toned, leaning towards more cool tone. The Troublemaker palette, this one is darker, but this one has a couple of duochromes in there. Right here, I love a good duochrome. They're so pretty. This one is a duochrome, like burgundy copper with a blue shift, a deep blue shift. Very, very, very pretty. I really like that one. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that one. This one is the NYX Ultimate Vintage Jean Baby palette. I really like working with this one. I have several times. I like the blues in here. This one is a little bit too bright, but if you wanted to take a bright blue like that and put it on your lid and you're thinking, oh crap, that just did not work, take one of these other ones and then go across the top of it, and yeah, you make a very pretty muted teal color now. It's just very pretty. Here, I've got a brighter blue on my hand right here. That one's just a topper color. These are a really good formula. I have not seen any other color stories that really drew me in, but I'm going to keep that one. Now, these are the Too Faced 6 pan palettes. This one is the Cold Smolder Nudes mini eyeshadow palette. Definitely keeping this one. The only one that I can't really wear in here is that gold right there. Just way too gold. But they're a good formula. Actually, I bought this one, this Cold Smolder Nudes, and they sent me the Warm Ember Nudes. So this one I haven't hardly touched either. Too warm for me. I'm keeping these two Huda Beauty palettes. These are, again, her 9 pan palettes. This one is the matte one. I really like her formula on her mattes as well. This one has a cream in here right there. That's a cream matte. Really pretty. This is a very, very subdued color. It's just, oh my gosh, I love that color actually. You can sheer it out to where it's a very light pink lilac, or you can really get in there with the cream and you can build it up and it starts to become a really mauve color. Just very pretty. You know what? I'm not going to keep it. I don't know why I'm trying to talk myself into keeping that. It's because of that one color right there, that one cream color. And for me, I won't remember it. So you know what? I'm going to be brave and get rid of it. The creamy, again, the Huda Beauty creamy. And this one is Grayish, Creamy Obsessions. This one I really like too. All of these are supposed to be a cream formula. And these are a little bit harder to build up when it's that cream formula in an eyeshadow, but if you've not worked with a cream formula before, you might want to try it. They're pretty. They're really pretty. So that is what all of those look like. And yeah, I like this one, so I'm going to keep this one. Anastasia Beverly Hills came out with 2 palettes during the holiday time. I think this one is the Sugar palette. Again, it's a 9-pan palette. This one just too many warms, and then the colors all have a super high glitter in them, and I'm not crazy about that one. So the Sugar one we're getting rid of. The Spice one, I'm going to do the same thing. This one is extremely warm, but I will tell you this middle color right here kind of had me a little bit intrigued because it's a topper with a bunch of glitter in it, but at the same time it does kind of a bright green shift. So kind of pretty. I just wish I was 30 years younger and could, you know, keep all of these and use them all constantly. But I'm going to get rid of this one just for the sake that I don't use it right now, and I don't have much to compare it to either. So the Sultry palette, this is the Mini Sultry from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now this one I do like, even though it has that really loud mustard green color right there. I do like this palette very much. I like this green shift one. So pretty. Got green and brown in there and copper, not copper, more of a gold in there. It's really pretty. And then I like this one right here too. This one is more of the copper one. And yes, I know I said I'm not crazy about warms, but I do like this formula. All right, I keep these 3 palettes from Pat McGrath for one reason only. Not that it is the best formula or anything like that, but these, darn things cost me a lot of money. So I'm keeping them. I don't grab them that often. They're hard to travel with. They're bulky, but they are luxury eyeshadows and they perform okay. I'm not going to tell you that this is the best formula in the world because I don't feel like it is. Who do I feel like the best formula in the world for shadows is? Viseart. I love Colourpop. Huda Beauty. Natasha Denona, I think that she's a little bit overrated. And now that she switched over to a clean formula, you're going to have to throw those palettes away after 6 months to a year because there's no preservatives in them. So I'm not crazy about that. But okay, Pat McGrath Mothership palette. This one is, I believe, the VI, so that's 6 in Roman numerals, Divine Rose palette. So this has some really pretty colors in it. Oh my gosh. If you like duochromes, now Pat nails those. The duochromes, she really does nail them. Beautiful, extremely beautiful shimmer formula. Not even shimmer, just a glitter. That's an opal. Can you see? I hope you can see that on camera. Beautiful shifting opal. Shifts between purple, pink, blue. Got a little bit of copper in there, not much. But yeah, she has fantastic as far as that goes. And the one bone that I will pick with her palettes, she does a great job on mattes as well. I will swatch that one and show you how easily that is blendable. But Crapola, is only 2 mattes in here and the rest are shimmers. And I get it. You know, they're fun to play with, but you know, sometimes we don't just want an all shimmer palette. The next one is called the Mothership X or 10 Moonlit Seduction. I remember wanting this one so bad. I think this was my first one I got. And yeah, these are really pretty. She does a good job. What am I talking about? I still don't think that it is the best formula of all time. This is, woo, I thought that was going to be a very, very cool tone. And when I got it on there, it's got a cool flip to it, which is the bluish color. But underneath that is copper, copper, copper. So they're pretty. You wouldn't think that, would you? Look at the tray right here. Just funny. Okay. I don't know why this one doesn't say what it is, but anyway, I also remember wanting this one really bad because I thought that blue was incredible. And this blue is incredible as a liner. I don't know if you've ever used a shimmer for a liner, but you can get a tremendous payoff with her stuff. So this one's got, I think, a couple more mattes in it. So this one has 3 mattes in it, and then it's all the rest of them. That's why what I really didn't realize, sometimes it's a little bit hard. And if you don't do your homework on something like this, then you get what you're disappointed in is not having enough mattes, and that's kind of what I feel about those. These two right here, I really like Moira's formula for their eyeshadows. This is their Celestial series, and this one is Time to Shine, right here. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, I haven't worked with this one enough either. So this is a very colorful palette, but nice to work with. They give you a good mirror in here, by the way. I'm still going to tell you, great formula, beautiful mattes in here. I actually think these mattes are superb. Creamy, very blendable, so easy to work with. I really like that. So that one again was called Time to Shine, and this one is called Endless Moonlight. This one, oh my gosh, you guys, I haven't worked with these enough. What is my brain doing? I love this formula. I just need to be more cognizant about what I have, and hopefully this is going to do it. This is kind of a stone color. That's a really, really pretty color for if you want in between a cool and a warm. This is a lot of cools. So yes, on that one. Now what I want to share with you next is my collection from Alter Ego. Alter Ego is so generous, and they always send me all of these out. Alter Ego are substitutes for high-end palettes. So these are very affordable, and you can usually get a coupon for them. I'm going to go through these fairly quickly. This one is the Daylight palette from Alter Ego, and this one is a good substitute for the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude. So this is a really pretty one. Beautiful formula, every bit as nice as that one in Natasha Denona's. Just really pretty formula on there. And yeah, I think that they really nailed it. They do a very, very good job. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. I love Natasha Denona. I think that they're fantastic shadows. I love her packaging. I love everything about it. But I'm here to tell you that if you can't afford the huge price tag on this, which what is she up to now? It's like $69 or something. You know, the Daylight palette from Alter Ego is a great substitution. So notice I'm not using the D word. That's because they don't want you to call them that, because, you know. Anyway, her formula, fabulous, but at the same time, you know, we don't all have a budget for that. This is the Natasha Denona Glam palette, which I love. I love my squeaky hinges on my little palette there. I need some WD-40. And then this is the Alter Ego Shadow Kiss. So right here, ta-da. So great substitution as well. Love these shadows. Love Natasha Denona. This one is an alternative for a Natasha Denona palette too, and I thought I had it, but I think I remember my daughter begging me to have that palette, so I think I gave it to her. Anyway, this is the Sakura palette from Alter Ego. Gorgeous. I love this color story with green and peaches. They complement each other really well, so you've been wanting to jump into that, go for it. So my Rose Quartz palette from Huda Beauty. When I got this, I went berserk, and I love her formula anyway. She does a fantastic job. I think that all of these are going to be discontinued. She did announce that her Icy Nude one that she released during the holiday time, that was her last big palette. So if you want any of these, you better, you know, hop on it and try to find them either on her website or on Sephora. This is a gorgeous palette. I really love it. And Alter Ego has the Coastal palette. That is a great substitution for it. So if you're interested in that, but yes, Huda Beauty. Huda's fantastic formula. And then Huda came out with her pretty grunge palette, and just a gorgeous smoky, oh, just lovely formula. And I went crazy for it. But the Mist Haven palette from Alter Ego is their substitute for that one. So like, again, every bit is good. But I do love these from Huda Beauty. So if you're interested in palettes that are phenomenal and really give you that superb high quality, that's one of them. This is the Sundown one. I haven't hardly touched this, too warm. I am going to declutter this one because I don't have anything to compare it to, and really truly to hang on to this just to have it is not really something I want to do. The last one that I have from Alter Ego, this one is the Midsummer palette. This is a beautiful palette. I just, again, I'm like, oh, I haven't hardly touched this. And honestly, I haven't hardly touched the one that it's a substitute for either. I just know this is the Nouveau palette. Nouveau, yes, the Nouveau palette. I just really think that I'm going to declutter both of these because I have not reached for them in the whole time that I've had them. So both of these are going to go just because of non-use. Now let me just run through the Natasha Denona palettes that I have, the rest of them. This one is the Retro palette. I adore this color story, and even though there is some very heavy warm colors in here, you know, mostly it's about the pink, and you can tell that this one is well loved because I made a mess of it. So yeah, definitely I really like that one. This one is the one that I probably shouldn't have bought, the Xenon palette from Natasha Denona, and you're gonna see why. I just don't wear this kind of smoky look all that often. I guess I should more. This is a beautiful duochrome topper. It's just between purple and blue. That one's right there. She always has beautiful formulas, but you know, something like this, I'm gonna keep it. Just, it was too expensive, and it's just killing me to say, okay, bye-bye to those really expensive ones. That's hard. The Natasha Denona My Dream palette. Again, this one is super warm. I'm giving this one to my daughter. The color story is gorgeous, but I know that she'll get way more use out of it, and I know that I haven't used it as much as I could. Yeah, I'm gonna give that one to my daughter. That's hard. That's so hard, but I'm gonna do that. And then here are the rest of the Huda Beauty ones. This is her new nudes. I love this one as well when it came out. I actually repurchased this one because mine was really looking yucky, so I did go ahead and repurchase this one. Has a couple of really heavy glitters in here, which I would never touch, but other than that, most of those are just beautiful. And then this one right here, the Naughty palette, and I will confess again, this one is super warm, and I don't think I've ever reached for it. I'm gonna give this one to my daughter too. She loves Huda, Natasha Denona, and she doesn't have the budget for it, so it's nice to be able to give to her. The Empowered palette by Huda Beauty. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, this one's going too. It's just, I'm hoping that you guys can see these as I'm talking about them. It's beautiful, but I won't reach for this. It's just too warm. So yeah, I'm going to give that one to her as well. I'm actually quite proud of myself. I didn't think I was going to get rid of any, you know, super high end. That I love the formula. Huda Beauty's Mercury in Retrograde. I do like this one. This is one that I repurchased pretty recently. I found it and just went ahead and repurchased it because my other one was yucky, and I knew that she was getting rid of those, so that was nice to have. This one is her brand new Icy Nude one, and I'm going to tell you that I have not hardly touched this one. I'm putting this one to the side so that I will start using it because I was sick when it came out, and so I do love this. I think it's beautiful, but man, I haven't used these enough. So next is my collection of Sydney Grace. Now, I will show you something really quick. Let me go off camera here really quick. Ta-da! Okay, I used to buy Makeup Geek's Single Shadows. Loved them. I still have several of those. But I've bought a ton of Sydney Grace as well. And this is a big empty pan palette, magnetic, that you can use. And it's usually really nice, but right now it looks like one broke, which I'm not sure why. I do have several in here that are kind of... Anyway, I just wanted to show you my single shadow collection. I do love working with this because it's my curated palette. Another really expensive one, really expensive brand, Major Dimension from Patrick Ta. 2 creams over here. You know, I do like these, but I don't know what Patrick Ta is doing. He has no sense of whether or not there's a neutral. Some people go, this is a neutral palette. It's really not. It leans heavy, heavy, warm. And even as I'm looking at it and I'm looking at this, I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work with this one more time. And if I get too warm of a look, then it's got to be decluttered. So that one's on the fence. And then I have the Major Dimension 2 palette that, again, I got talked into for the very same reason, because they were saying, you know, how beautiful this is. And it is gorgeous. There's some gorgeous duochrome colors in here. I'm going to declutter this one because I know I won't use this one because it has huge amounts of warmth in there. Yeah, that one's going. I said I was going to do Sydney Grace. Let's do Sydney Grace. These were her seasonal palettes that came out. These shadows, though, if you have not tried Sydney Grace, you are missing out. You need to try them. So this one is the Southern Spring palette. I really like these weird green colors in here. Am I running out of places? I sure am. These have some of the prettiest greens in here. I'm going to keep this one because I think I can work with it. But this one is like teetering on the fence too. But I'll keep it for now. Northern Winter. This one is more on the side of a little bit more cool neutrals. This one was pretty darn easy to work with. This is a very, very pretty pale pink. Definitely going to keep this one. So I just want to work with it some more, and it's very pretty. And then this one is called Western Summer. I'm telling you, you will love these when you get them. They're absolutely beautiful. By the way, did I say these were sent to me, Sydney Grace? This one, too busy, bright, not something I'm going to wear. So I'm going to declutter that one. Eastern Fall, looked like fail. This one, too warm. Yeah, I could use one, maybe two out of here. So yeah, that one's going to go as well. Too warm. And then Glitzy Fritzy, my good friend, Mary. If you guys don't watch her, I'll put her channel down below, link it up in a card. These are her Blessed palettes, and she has a light version and a dark version. This is the light version right here. You guys, Mary did such a good job of curating this, and she called me and she's like, we talked over Instagram, chatted over Instagram. She was like, I didn't ever think that anything like this would actually happen for me, but I don't know if any of you know this or not, and if you remember Mel Thompson, if you were around back when Mel passed away, and it was such a sad time for our community, but for Mary, because Mary was really close friends with Mel, and Sydney Grace had partnered with Mel on the next palette I'm going to show you. So they went ahead and they went with Mary, and what a blessing. Blessed palettes. But what a blessing for Mary, and I know Mel would be so proud of her. I know I'm proud of her. But these are gorgeous. Mary loves these vibrant colors. The Tiny Marvels palette, this was the one that Mel did, and Mel did a fantastic job. I have used this one. I mean, it's very, very dirty. Used this one so much. There are a lot of colors in here that are hard for me to use. This gold, the brown, and the kind of goldish beige gold color. But Mel did do a really, really good job. Let me show you a combination that is gorgeous out of this palette. This green, you would never think, I will never wear that green, right? It would be just too much. But there's a duochrome right here that they have in here. And if you put that on top of that green, it makes the prettiest darn color. It's kind of a brownish, but it's got this really beautiful brown shift in there. I didn't blend it very good, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. Mel did a wonderful job. Don't we all miss her so much? She's sorely missed in this community. And then Sydney Grace Unveiled by Kendra Matthews. And I haven't worked with this one either. I'm gonna set this one over to the side because I definitely want to work with this one. Yeah, really pretty. I just haven't worked with it enough yet. So, and that one is her light one. Man, I'm talking so much, I gotta refresh my lip gloss. Dry mouth and dry lips. Okay, Morphe. I think this is an artistry palette, called an artistry palette. I don't know, but Morphe's quality in this palette right here was phenomenal. I got turned on to this by Risa Does Makeup. She was absolutely right. This silver right there for a special occasion, and whoops, the wrong place. Let's go here. It's beautiful. It's like a silver that's not too silver, but it's just enough silver. Very, very pretty. This whole palette's very pretty. Mattes are great in there as well. Now, Sigma, does send me occasionally some of theirs. And here's the Cinderella palette. I really love this palette. It's really fun to work with. There are a lot of warms. And it doesn't always come down to whether it's just warm or cool for a decision for me. What it comes down to is how much I like the formula. Sigma's formula is Premier. Yeah, I love it. So this one has over half of them that don't have warms in them. I really believe that there's only maybe 3-4 colors in here that are too warm for me, but mattes are perfection and very easy and very blendable. I love the way they sat that one up. And this one is the Alice in Wonderland. And even though I do like this one a whole lot, I'm going to declutter this one and give this one to my daughter. She loved this. She actually asked me for it and told her no, but I'm going to give this one to her anyway right now because the colors are just way too vibrant and I haven't been working with it. I have 2 palettes that are from Adept Cosmetics. If you've never heard of them before, they're really amazing. This one's called the Plain Jane Remastered. Let's just look at this one first. They have workable shimmers in here. So this is an all shimmer palette. If you don't like shimmers, you might not want to even look this one up, but I do love this formula. This is one of the best shimmers. Unless you can actually see it right on the top there, these don't have any glitter pinpoints in them or anything. This is again an opal, a kind of a green, yellow, blue opal. So beautiful. I'm trying to go a little slower because I've noticed in my last videos I go really quick. So this is pretty. I'm going to put it over here in my pile to work with because I haven't worked with it enough. This one is called Amulet Nude. And this one reminded me of that one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Even though I absolutely love this formula, and man, look at that matte just glide. Whew. I need to get on their website and look for some more that have more mattes in there, but I'm going to declutter this one. I don't want to. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is hard when you get into something like this. This has a smoky background with purple and taupe in the shift. Oh my word. Okay, this one's hard. But I know I won't reach for it enough. So I'm going to get rid of that one too. The next one is from Denona Smoky, and this is the Groundwork Blooming Romance palette. This is all mattes. I wasn't that impressed with her in this one. And this one was pretty expensive. I'm probably going to declutter this one, but I think what I'll do first is I'll work with it one more time to see how I like it. It's got a lot of warm colors in here. I just wasn't crazy about that. The next one is the Vintage Rose palette from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. Have you guys seen Give Me Glow Cosmetics? These are incredible. These are incredible. This is an incredible formula. I don't even know if they're still in business. That's how long it's been since I actually went on there and to see them. I'm just, you know, being sick and not being able to do things. Put that topper on there, changes that, makes that look so pretty. Oh my goodness. So big, huge pans that you will never be able to go through. You could use them as a blush if you wanted to on some of these others. Even on that pink is hot right now for blush. These are beautiful. I'm not getting rid of any of those. And then the Vivid Rose one from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. This one is a pink and purple lover's dream. Oh my goodness. And when you put your finger into the metallics, you're going to just flip your lid because they're so pretty. They're just so pretty. Now, I know that a lot of you are saying I would never wear those, but I was into color for such a long time and I should get back to doing looks with this because it just makes me happy. I have 5 of the 30 pan palettes from Colourpop. Not going to take a lot of time, but like I said before, Colourpop has fantastic mattes. Their metallics are awesome. I'm not crazy about their chunky glitter, but beyond that, I love these palettes. Now this one, you can see right here, cool tones, warm tones. But then down here on these ones right here, almost neutral. So there's a lot that I can get a lot of use out of in here. And this is, I was really surprised when I used this. how beautiful it is and how much I like this. Smoke and Roses, I've had on my channel several times. Gorgeous in here as well. I love, love, love these 30 pan palettes. And I know everybody's kind of getting away from these big, huge eyeshadow palettes. I get it. This is the Rock Candy one. Lots of pinks in here, but also a lot of gray and a lot of kind of stone brown colors. So this is really pretty too. And then the Stone Cold Fox. This was like Natasha Denona's Glam palette. Well, hello, are you gonna open? But just more variety. And again, you have the cool tones, neutral tones, and the warm tones in here. And they just can't be beat. Now, I will tell you that this one shocked and surprised me. The Aurora Struck palette from them in their big one. I didn't think I was going to be able to get much use out of this, but when I went into it and I started, you know, just messing with it last week, it's so pretty. And the colors, if you like a little bit of color, grab it because the colors are gorgeous. And then you can, you know, neutral it down if you need to because there's colors you can mix with it. But oh my, and they have some of the prettiest purples in here. So that's a lot of the reason why I decluttered some of those purples from the little ones. But yeah, those are pretty. And oh my goodness. So I'm going to count up how many I kept, how many I'm decluttering. There's not 45 right here in the declutter bin because I couldn't put them all in the bin. 48 that I'm decluttering. I think that's pretty good. And I'm keeping 72. I'm keeping 72. I'm probably going to make that number go down because obviously I have too many, but to get rid of a third of the collection, I think that's pretty good. Okay, I know this was a long video. If you hung with me till the end, I love you to pieces. This is a 3 to 4 years that I have not decluttered palettes or anything. But I want you to know that this for me is just my work. It's just what I do. It's what I love, which is amazing to be able to do what you love for a living. But I wanted to say thank you for being here with me if you hung to the end. I love you guys. Please come back around in my very next video. Take care of yourselves. Love you and bye-bye, my friends.